What up? Welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message for the sign of Gemini, wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart. Keep in mind, we all have a third house, part of our birth chart, and time and energy are fluid, so take what resonates here. Leave the rest for someone else. Tapping into my Gemini energy. I use this Faceted Garden Oracle deck along with this Wild Mystic to help me catch a vibe as I'm connecting with the collective energy. Gemini, this feels good. The energy feels good. It feels what I see in the cards here is we have a victory. We have a win. Gemini, I see that your guides and angels are with you, guiding you at this time. Helping you to heal, sending you messages, signs, synchronicities, maybe for some of you dreams. We have the Lotus card. It's been a major theme card for the collective as of late. See my Geminis coming up out the mud. I see my Geminis have been through the mud. Excuse me. We have the Celestial Realm card. So here we have the angels and guides jumping straight into the reading like, yo, we are here with Gemini. We are moving toward this victory with this wreath card. It is Six of Wands energy, right? It is the energy of victory. It's the energy of successfully completing a cycle. And the last card to come out in the Faceted Garden Oracle is this Nest card. This has been another huge message for the collective as of late. Nesting, right? Meditation, getting enough rest, getting enough sleep, making sure you're connecting with your angels, your guides, your ancestors at this time, spending some time at home. Another big message that's been coming through for the collective is cleaning up your living space, getting rid of things that are just lying around, getting rid of things that you no longer use, clothes that you do not wear, any items or anything that reminds you of this past cycle or past situations. Everything holds energy, right? This is feeling like we're grounding, we're gathering ourselves, we're getting our energy right, we're getting our space right, and we're getting ready to move into this victory, into these manifestations, into the cultivation of what it is we are creating or moving toward. And Gemini, this has been the year has been all over the place for you. I know my Geminis have been through a lot, and so bottom of the Wild Mystic, you literally have double confirmation. It's like we've overcome, we have victoriously completed this, we made it through it. I know my Geminis have learned a lot. I know my Geminis have tapped so much more deeply into themselves and into the mysteries of our reality, into the connection with your spirit, with your version of divinity. And what it really feels like here, Gemini, is that it is time to set those intentions, to get to that drawing board. If you already have your intentions set, if you already have those seeds planted, making sure they're getting enough light, enough water, etc., making sure you are speaking positive affirmations and all of those little things, and continuing to connect with your vision, trusting that it is coming to fruition, because it feels like pieces are being moved behind the scenes. We have this trust card with this horse here in the Wild Mystic. We have adaptation. My Gemini's rolling with the punches, and it feels like what this really feels like is you're kind of taking your power back in a sense. You're stepping into your power, you're taking your power back, and you're really moving toward creating something beautiful. And I know it's different for everyone. There's Libra energy coming through, which is no surprise. That has been the vibes for my Geminis over the past few months. And with the South Node in Libra, this has to do with not only balance, finding your balance, inner balance, external balance, just like what we've been talking about, but also relationships, balance in relationships, balance within yourself. And a lot of relationship contracts are we're just going to say they're being reviewed, because again, it looks different for everyone, but there's a lot of relationships that are being closed out. There's a lot of new relationships coming online, right? There's a lot of new relationships and new connections being made at this time as well. And there's one more message where the divine is really asking you, Gemini, not to let the past consume you, not to let any negativity, stress, worry, things like that consume you at this time. So it really feels like there's just this overall message of, Gemini, trust, be still, and know, coming from the divine's perspective, we are helping you through this. We are guiding you. We are shifting things into place for you. Things are aligning and shifting into place for you overall. And it's like you've made it through the mud. You're coming out the mud and you are truly rising above all of this. So like I said, this energy feels beautiful. Family, we're going to pray really quick, and then we'll dive into this tarot. I think I'm going to grab one of these double major cards to kind of get a theme of what Spirit's wanting to talk about in your reading today, and then we'll dive into it. Holy, divine Mother and Father, Great Spirit, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for my Gemini family for their highest good. Anything Gemini needs to hear today, anything they need to know, any messages that will bring them clarity and confirmation, any messages that will empower my gems, any messages that will bring healing, wisdom, understanding, any messages that will help Gemini align with their highest self, their highest timeline, their best life, and of course, above all, any messages that will help Gemini align with divine will, with your will, Most High, will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. Om. Amen. Ashe. A lot of my Geminis you're really kind of going through a deep awakening process. And it's no surprise with all that you've been through, especially over this past year since we've really been tapping into your energy. And I know there's been so many ups and downs, and it feels like we're still kind of coming out of that. We're still wrapping it up. Like I said, not letting the negativity and the BS consume us right now, but it really feels like for most of the collective, it's almost like this light at the end of the tunnel type energy where it's like, we made it through, right? A lot of you switched timelines. A lot of you have really jumped from this X paradigm to this new Y paradigm, from these relationships that were no longer serving you, and you've jumped out of that. You did what you needed to do. You stayed strong. You did what was best for you, Gemini. And it really almost feels like there's again, light at the end of the tunnel. It's almost like we're being rewarded for our strength and perseverance here. It's like, this is our victory. This is our manifestations, our blessings coming in. So what is the theme today for Gemini's reading, please, Spirit? What's the theme for Gemini? Go figure, right? Thank you. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of spiritual growth for my Gemini collective. Hierophant, but with the page to the Queen of Wands. It's like this has really been a level up. Again, you're really kind of from the page to the Queen of Wands. This is really the feeling of like taking your power back, going for it, being bold, doing what you need to do. You're coming through in your energy as the Magician, but this is the kind of alternate version of the Magician in this deck. And in the card, you can see he's almost like, and maybe he's feeling a bit bored, or just kind of like, I don't know what I want to create, or I'm taking a break, right? He's got the cup on the table, something to do with emotions here. So there's been spiritual growth. It almost feels like, Gemini, you're kind of in between worlds. You kind of need a break. This is kind of a divine pause as you, it's almost this feeling of integrating everything you've been through, and regathering ourselves and just saying, okay, well, what's next? And that's why I'm getting this feeling of really planting these seeds, really continuing to face the light, right? My Gemini is moving in a new direction. I'm using this Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot today. It's a fairly new deck. It's new to me. I'm not too familiar with it, so I'm kind of interested to see what's going to come through and how these energies play out. So let's dive into this energy. I feel like something else wants to be said about this Magician here, right? Are my Geminis not sure what seeds they want to plant yet with this cultivation and this victory? Maybe you're just deciding what you would like to move toward. Or maybe some of you are a little bit pissed because of how everything has played out. And it's like, you're just kind of like, yo, I need a break. I need a break. But with all of that being said, family, like I said, a lot of spiritual growth. I feel like everything you've been through has been, especially over this past year, has been very important to your spiritual growth, to your growth as a soul, to your evolution and your journey through this incarnation. And so it really does feel like you've integrated a lot of wisdom and, you know, have been going through this awakening process. Some of you feel a little bit tired. What's the message here for Gemini today, please, Spirit? Yeah, 10 of Wands. There's some weight. It's heavy as we're moving into this new chapter. What's the energy for Gemini, Spirit? A lot wanting to come out. Yep. So here we do have the 5 of Cups, the Star. We're healing through all the we're healing through the bullshit. I mean, we're healing. We've been through it. I know my Geminis have been through it. You're coming through as Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So a lot of you really are kind of having to emotionally disconnect a little bit from everything that's happened. And if you see in this Magician card, he's kind of looking at that cup like, man, this is some bullshit, right? He's so it's something to do with your emotions here that that you're going through, right? It doesn't feel like you're having a horrible time, but it really feels like you're trying to understand things on a deeper level. And it's almost feeling like we're at this place where we are thinking about what decision we're gonna make. It's like, where do I go from here? What do I do now, right? Queen of Swords is sort of this energy of mixing your intellect, your wisdom from all that you've been through with your intuition and kind of blending that and moving from that space, not getting too caught up in the emotions, not getting too caught up in your fears or insecurities or the pride or the ego. It's really just like, okay, these are the facts. This is what it is. Sometimes we have to separate emotionally a bit and really see things as they truly are in order to make the right decision. So what energies are crossing my Geminis right now? This really wanted to be seen, family. It flipped over as I was shuffling to come out in the heart of your situation. And so we have excuse me, I'm coming over a bit of a cold, y'all, so I apologize for that. I'm not trying to cough all up in your ear. 10 of Wands to the Ace of Cups. So we're carrying all of these wands, all of everything that we've been through. We're moving into this new cycle, and really, Ace of Cups, you really are moving toward this opportunity to move into this victory, to cultivate this happiness, this healing as well, right? And now I'm seeing in this Magician, he's looking at that Ace of Cups, he's looking at this opportunity and just kind of trying to figure it out. What will I create? Why did everything have to play out the way it played out? This shit is heavy, right? But you are kind of stepping into a new world, so to speak, nonetheless. What else is the challenge for my Geminis right now, Spirit? 6 of Swords. So Why did things have to play out like that? You know, that person kind of got down on me, or that situation did not play out how I had expected or hoped it to play out, right? Two of Pentacles, you're kind of moving through that turbulence. You're trying to find that balance again, right? And I see you just focused on yourself. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. What are you building, Gemini? Drop it down in the comments. I see you focused on that with the Eight of Pentacles. I always say if there's a class you need to take, a book you've been wanting to read, any research you've been wanting to do, a certification you need to get, anything, any of that technical stuff for that business you're creating, or any of those things along those lines, now would be the perfect time to do it. And this really is where you are focused. You're not losing focus. You're putting everything you've learned into action, and you're making that work for you. You're really creating something, building something here, Gemini. It feels like whatever you're building, and I know it's different for everyone, with the cultivation, with the victory, and this wreath out here, it feels really good. It's almost like this is a good omen for those of you that are starting new projects, for those of you that are, you know, trying to find work, or, you know, creating a business, or whatever it may be. This feels really good. Adaptation, this is really being able to adapt through change and through everything you've been through, as you are here sort of taking your power back. Some of you, I feel like you really are kind of standing in your power. You have the power, because it's kind of like feeling like the future is kind of riding on you. And I feel like maybe that wasn't the case throughout the year because of circumstances, but now you've kind of taken your power back. I hope that makes sense, because I know it's coming through so many different ways. It's like through everything that's happened, you've made wise decisions, and you're in a place where it's like kind of the ball's in your court type energy is how this feels. Okay. For some of you, you're stressing a decision. You're stressing an action. You are stressing this situation with this past person, or you're stressing this past situation. Feeling of nostalgia coming through. This is also kind of a message about trying to see the beauty in your reality, the beauty in your world, just staying in that high vibration, listening to good music and all of those things, not letting yourself get sucked down that, what I call the Scorpio death spiral. Right now we have the Nine of Swords out here. This could be sleepless nights. This could be nightmares. This is stress and anxiety, fear, hurt, anguish, all of those things. And it came out with the Ace of Swords. So together we have the Ten of Swords. We have a very painful ending. We have a new beginning. We have clarity, and whatever this is for you has been very stressful for you, Gemini. And it's like, I think you're thinking about taking action. It's like, I'm moving toward this balance. I'm moving toward this abundance. I'm getting out of this heaviness. Let's see what we have incoming for you, Gemini, and then we'll grab some advice. Spirit, what do we have incoming for my gems? Patience, okay, with the Temperance coming out right off rip. Got a lot of Taurus energy out here as well with the Hierophant. It actually came out twice. Forward movement for sure. I'm seeing forward movement toward your Nine of Cups. Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups. But I want to clarify what this Hierophant is. It really does feel like you've leveled up spiritually. You have grown a lot. You've matured a lot. You're moving from this different space. You're moving from a higher state of consciousness here. Yeah, awakening. So straight up, Gemini, a lot of you have went through some big spiritual awakenings. A lot of you have already had your initial spiritual awakening, but we're always awakening, we're always healing, we're always reaching new levels of consciousness on this journey. It's a journey. We go up, we go down. It feels like you're moving from a very high space, if that makes sense. It feels like you're moving from a space of understanding. It feels like you really are tapping into your spiritual, your magical power, and using what you've learned along the way in your day-to-day, right? With the Eight of Swords, though, you guys, I'm seeing with the Temperance and the Eight of Swords, to me, this is a message not to overthink things, not to overanalyze. The Temperance card is really about keeping that balance. It's about transmuting these energies. If something's pressing on you like that, or pressing on your mental space, take it easy. Try to see things as clearly as you can, like we said with that Queen of Swords, to separate yourself from the situations or the decision a little bit and kind of intuitively, logically make that. And I know that might sound contradictory, but what I mean by logically is where it's not, we're not so emotionally invested in our decisions. We're kind of seeing things from a bird's eye view, so to speak, right? With this awakening, I feel like my Geminis are releasing a lot. So for some of you, I'm hearing you're releasing this whole old chapter. This is that 10 of Wands that you're carrying. This is heavy, man. And these wands are all things that you've picked up along the way. This is spiritual energy. It's fire, right? So it's energetic weight. It's energetic weight that my Geminis are carrying, that you are kind of moving through, you're releasing, and I feel like you're shedding a lot right now, straight up. With this Hierophant, it does feel like you're kind of moving into the next level of your journey. We have this Nymph of Pentacles, and I didn't realize that there's kind of, these people aren't fully clothed, so I don't want to, but we have this Jupiter energy coming through. This really is the energy of expansion, Gemini. It's the energy of abundance. It's the energy of higher knowledge, especially with this Nine of Cups. It's like you are taking this higher knowledge, this higher state of consciousness, and you're creating your wish fulfillment. You're really moving toward what makes me happy, what is fulfilling to me, and you're moving one foot in front of the other. Again, being patient and transmuting that, turning that lead into gold. Let's grab some advice. Let's see advice for Gem. Spirit, please. Don't stress. Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords. The 9 and the Ace is the 10. So don't stress this ending. Don't stress this decision. Don't stress this. Don't overthink it, right? Do what you feel in your heart, and your intuition is right. Always follow that. That's your true north, family. What do we have for Gem? Face your true north. A lot of cards wanting to just fly out for your reading today. Yeah, you guys are moving away from a shady person. Justice coming through. We have that Libra energy as well. It's feeling for most of my Geminis like this is relationship based, okay? Five of Pentacles, somebody that makes you, somebody that hurts, right? Somebody that makes you feel like you're not good enough. And this doesn't necessarily just have to be a romantic relationship. This can be family. This can be people around you. This can be people at work. It's like, whatever this Five of Pentacles is, you're feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling hurt. You're feeling like you're not good enough, or you're not enough, or you're feeling inadequate in some way. And to the Justice, to the 10 of Pentacles, it's like we're moving from that energy to being overflowing here. I feel like, again, you're stepping into your power. You're taking your power back. You're not taking any shit. You are holding your ground. You're standing your ground. You're speaking your truth, and you are taking action toward this 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, you're kind of falling off the map a little bit. You may be disconnected from social media, or you may not just be putting all of your business out there at this time. With the 7 of Swords, to me, it's about moving into this new beginning after the BS, right? The 5 of Swords is out here. That's that initial betrayal. Then we have the 6 of Swords. This is moving on to calmer waters, the worst of the storm being over. And then we get to the 7 of Swords, and it's like, all right, now we get the game plan down. Now we move into this new energy. Now is when we really start working toward what we're building, what we're creating. And there we are with the 10 of Swords on the bottom, you guys. Straight up, I couldn't make it up. Ace of Pentacles under that. This has been a rough chapter, a rough cycle for my Geminis, and this is the new beginning. This is your opportunity to create abundance, stability, happiness, love for some of you. And again, I just want to say, Gemini, Spirit really is emphasizing the fact that everything you have been through you've grown so much. You've expanded, you've learned. root into that, right? There's this energy of letting that light shine forth. All of this growth, and none of it has been in vain, right? Sure, it's heavy, and sure, it has not been fun for you, but you've learned valuable lessons. You've learned about yourself. And again, you're able to literally take your power back. It's like you're realizing how valuable, how worthy, how lovable you actually are. And you're owning that, right? Ace of Pentacles. What else is the advice here? The advice: really stand your ground, take action, move behind the scenes, move away from that toxicity, close that cycle. What is the advice for Gemini spirit? Ace of Pentacles, you guys, straight up, it really wants to come out. Your advice is to take this opportunity to start something new. Moon, Sun, reclamation, which is, I think, the Devil card, in this deck. So you're freeing yourself from this toxic devil energy, from this toxic relationship, from this karmic cycle, and you're moving toward the sun. You are also balancing the light and dark within yourself. You are also rising in consciousness. Like I said, this is feeling like a deep awakening, and it feels like, Gemini, I feel like it's safe to say that this situation or these situations have been very important to your spiritual journey, to your own self-realization, to taking your power back, to your own expansion here. Four of Swords. Just like that nest, okay, that's kind of where we're going to end, and we'll jump into some oracle cards, but this is about taking care of yourself. This is about jumping into your meditation practice. This is really about staying grounded and rooting these downloads that you're getting from the divine at this time, rooting them down into the 3D and moving from that space. Queen of Cups under that. Emperor under that, Aries energy. You guys, you're really taking your power back. Queen of Cups, and you're moving from this space of intuition, from trusting that, and there's a deep healing happening here as well, Gemini. This is, like I said, this is beautiful energy. I know for a fact it has not been easy for my Geminis. I've been tapping into this energy consistently over the past couple of years, and it has been, I've been seeing it. Y'all have been going through it. And, I just want to say I have third house moon, third house Venus. I have Gemini midheaven. I'm right here with you guys, and I'm rolling with the punches myself. So we out here, but we did it. We doing it. It's a message for Gemini spirit. Six of Swords. We're moving it to new shores. It's the message for Gemini spirit. Where are we at on time? Yeah, let me restart this. Whoa. Treasures hidden in the shadows, you guys. They wanted me to look down at the bottom. Treasures hidden in the shadows. This is that spiritual awakening. This is that healing. These are these deeper realizations. This is you taking your power back. This is you finding yourself through losing yourself, right? New me, who dis? Balancing act. We have benefactor, grace, and generosity. So I feel like all of your good deeds, all of your, Gemini, you move from your heart, right? You're kind of being rewarded for not letting this turn you into a piece of shit, a bad person, not letting this harden your heart. And I'm sure it has to a certain degree, but this is kind of like what you're working through and what you're healing as you're taking your power back. So let's see what we have with this. It's number 3, Empress energy, right? In the tarot. Harmony. When the benefactor weaves her energy into your life, you're put on notice that all manner of positive reinforcement is coming your way. The universe wants to let you know that just as you've been generous with others, serving with your gifts, even in the smallest capacity, so will you be rewarded in a myriad of ways. The most beautiful gift the benefactor gives you is the recognition that you are stewarding and sharing abundance on behalf of a higher source, one that is always working through you. The motives for her generosity to you, as well as yours to others, are intangible, although you will see the results reflected in the material world. The benefactor reminds you that it's in the purity of your desire to share without the need for reciprocity that paradoxically your initial generosity is reciprocated tenfold, seemingly without any connection to the original act. Dream sharing and caring into being, and you will be amazed to see this vibrant seed take root and spread. Do it just because, and the benefactor will give you her blessing. So just like we were saying, you give without expecting to get anything back, Gemini. You really do it because that's who you are. And like I said at the very beginning of this reading, this is a cultivation. This is you receiving because you didn't let this, like I said, harden you, and you kept being the good person that you are, the beautiful gem that you are. Family, this is beautiful energy, and I just want to re-emphasize that we have the 9 of Cups in your incoming energy with the Temperance, right? With this beautiful Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles. So we have abundance, we have stability, and patience is a virtue. This is you really just taking it easy, taking care of yourself, making the decisions that are best for you at this time, following your intuition, and dreaming this beautiful abundance and happiness and love into being. Be still and know, speak it, claim it, affirm it, Gemini. We're also going to read this Drifter card, number 14, which is a 5. The Drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the Drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines holding you to the dock. It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave port. Do not wait for a map, as there are none to where you're destined to go, but be sure that you do have a compass to keep you true. Yours is the pure love and intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. Few appreciate the energy of the drifter. Here, you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on the hamster wheel and not getting anywhere. Your quote-unquote laziness is an underappreciated virtue. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without your having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing. Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back home regularly to deliver the news from the cosmos. 4 of Swords, where we're, like I was saying, we're rooting those downloads down. It feels like your crown chakra is wide open right now, Gemini, and you are getting the downloads, you're getting the clarity. Make sure you stay grounded so you can root that into your physical world, so you can really integrate these downloads, right? The Drifter helps you to find what you are looking for, even if you didn't think you were seeking anything. Beautiful. Let's grab one of these Moonology cards, and we'll grab a message or two from Ma before we tap out. What's the message for Gem? Spirit, please. Thank you. Your hard work is paying off. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. You guys, making sure you're keeping to your spiritual practice, your sadhana, your meditation and all that, but also getting out in nature, being here in the world, and all of those things, handling your business. Let's grab a message from my Divine Mother. What's the message for my Geminis? Ma, what's the message for Gem? Thank you. Beautiful, y'all. A chapter in your life is closing and will not be reopened. This will be reason for celebration. Whatever you need to release right now shall create the space for what is divinely destined for you to manifest through divine grace. You shall enjoy a change of pace and a release from intensity. Open up your heart to the beginning of a golden era. And this is the one I saw that got me excited. You are forging your authentic path, and in support of that, you shall attract great blessings that will benefit all beings. To live a spiritually and creatively self-directed life takes incredible strength and trust in yourself. Remember that the promise of your sacred success is being fulfilled through every challenge and every blessing. Trust in what you were born to accomplish. And it is time to free yourself from what has been. Learn from it, but do not allow it to direct the course of your life. Give up your stories about the past. You have outgrown them. Kali consumes mistakes, sins, and negativities. Let her free you now so you can be open to the gift of your life unfolding. Gemini, gang. Beautiful. Sheesh, my Gemini is taking their power back. It's about time, family. I see y'all. With that, man, that is what I have for you. I hope this message helped. I hope it resonated for you. I hope this message has found y'all well and in great spirits. I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Before we tap out fully, y'all already know what time it is. We're going to take a deep cleansing breath. Make sure y'all drop that sun and that moon down in the comment section to claim this message, to claim these blessings. If you're in the premiere, swipe over to the comment section, drop that sun and that moon. Your guys' interaction with the channel really helps. It helps these videos catch the algorithm and is greatly appreciated. We're going to take our deep cleansing breath, though. We're going to use our will and visualization to draw in this divine cosmic energy. We're going to picture it as white or gold light, filling up our physical body, filling up our aura. We're going to inhale very deeply, pause, hold the breath at the top, and imagine ourselves glowing as bright as we can. Then as we release, we are going to exhale very forcefully, like we are filling up a balloon, watching any negativity, any doubt, any anxiety, any stress, any anger, any sadness, any boredom, any blockages, any lower frequencies, regardless of what they may be. We're going to watch that all in the form of black or gray smoke or static, leaving us so the divine can help us transmute that into this light, fam. So first and foremost, breathe out, take a full deep breath out, clean and clear your lungs, and then we'll get this breath in. Go ahead and breathe out, Gemini. Now breathe in. Hold it, squeeze, Mula Bandha, raise that energy up your spine. Now pull it down, lock it into your tip breath center, into your heart space. Watch yourself glowing brighter and brighter. Keep it squeezed, keep it squeezed, keep it squeezed. Now release. Let that shit go. That shit go, Gemini. I love and appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for being in this space with us, and I'll catch you beautiful beings on the next reading.